For our next project, wait, I'm gonna cut this part out. Hello Crusaders, welcome to the last episode of Miss B's virtual art classroom. I have had such a fun time making these videos for you guys, and today I'm going to give you guys a few ideas on what you can do this summer to keep yourselves entertained and also creative. So these are activities that you can do by yourself, or if you have siblings or family or friends that you want to do these with, you can do them with them as well. Now the first thing that you guys are going to learn to do is to make your own game. Now what's cool about this is that some artists choose to make their art functional, meaning you can use it in your everyday life. And what's cool about people who make board games is that they're making something functional that's really fun to do. So this is inspired by a lesson from another art teacher named the Art Room Glitter Fairy. She's awesome. All you're gonna need to make this project is some thick paper, just so that you can't see the answers behind. You're also going to need some scissors and some markers. Now this is a super easy project to make. I'm gonna start off with my 2 pieces of paper, and I'm gonna fold it into 3 sections long ways. I'm gonna crease all 3 of those sections. Then I'm gonna open it back up, and I'm going to fold it in 3s the other way. This is gonna give me 9 squares on both papers. So you'll have 9 pairs for the memory game, or 18 squares in total. Then you're gonna cut it out. I kept my paper one on top of the other, and then just cut those out so that it was easier. Next, go ahead and grab your markers, and you're gonna start drawing those pairs. I decided to practice my different lines and shapes, and I made my pairs like that. Go ahead and make your pairs as detailed or as simple as you want. Use whatever colors you want, and of course you can use different utensils as well. I used markers, but you can use crayons. Hey, you can even use paint. You can decide. The last thing I decided to do was to take my cards, flip them over, and lay them out, and to draw a logo on the back of each card. There's a special type of artist who makes logos like this, and they're called graphic designers. Graphic designers need to make their logos exciting so that people actually want to buy and play the game. So now that I finished my game, it's time for me to go find somebody to play this game with me. I don't think that Rue will be able to play this game with me. So that's right. It's time for some special guests. Let's go find them. Hi, do you want to play a game with me? No. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have played a memory game before, but if you haven't, basically what you're going to do is to shuffle the cards and take turns flipping 2 cards over, trying to find a match. If you do find a match, then you get to keep that one, and you get to keep going until you don't find a match again. Then it's the other person's turn. Once all of the cards are matched, count up how many matches you have, and whoever has more wins the game. I win. For our next project, we're gonna do indoor bowling. All you're gonna need for this project are 6 empty water bottles or milk jugs if you happen to have that many. And you can also choose to decorate those. I'm gonna be using duct tape to decorate our bowling pins. And then we're gonna need an alternative to our bowling ball. So I found a few ideas. You can use a tennis ball, a stress ball, or even just a regular bouncy ball. I've got this awesome frozen one. All I did to decorate the bowling pins was to wrap the water bottle wrappers with the duct tape, and it just added a nice little touch to our bowling pins. All in all, this is just a super easy project that you can do, and it's a lot of fun, especially if it's rainy outside. Here you'll see my lovely mother stepping in and playing with me. So get somebody in your family to play with you and have a little bowling tournament. For our next activity, I'm outside And all you're gonna need is some sidewalk chalk and your imagination. I'm gonna be drawing some scenes, and then you can take some really cool photos from up above of yourself or your family or your friends laying down in your scene that you draw. And I'll give you some examples of what I mean. Feel free to look up some other ideas on Google of people laying down in cool chalk scenes. Here's the ones that I came up with though. The last activity I have for you guys is to make a little birdhouse neighborhood. Now I got these little birdhouses from Hobby Lobby for only $1, so this is probably something that you might not have just lying around your house, but they were only $1, so I got a few for me and my sisters to paint. The only other things that you're gonna need are some little paints, some paintbrushes, some cups of water, and some napkins, and of course have some newspaper or something down to catch your mess. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This was such a fun activity to do, and I just thought it would be such a cool backyard decoration as well. Not just to have one birdhouse, but to have a little neighborhood of all of our unique creations that we were able to make. We also decided to name each one of our little birdhouses, which was such a fun touch, and it's just such a fun activity to do with your family if you're bored, and these are how ours turned out. From my family to yours, thank you so much for watching and for following along. I hope you'll have an awesome summer. Everybody say bye. Bye! I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Have a great summer and stay creative. For our final day.